Hey Diva, welcome back. Today I have a story for you ladies, and I entitled this story A Blessing in Disguise. If you hang around long enough and listen to it, you will understand why I entitled it that way. So hang around and listen to A Blessing in Disguise. Now, let me say this. Twice a week, Papa and I have a date. We go to lunch somewhere and we just have a nice time. We sit back, we talk, and we relax. And then twice a month, we go to the nail shop. So it was nail shop day. And so Papa and I walked in the nail shop. And when we walked in, the lady that does Papa toes, his feet, because you can't have your husband sleeping with you with them crusty feet and tearing up your sheets, okay? Can't be tearing up them sheets, all right? So anyway, we walked in the nail shop, and the lady that does Papa feet, toes, is T, and she wasn't there. So I go ahead and sit in a chair for her to start on my feet. And there was a lady sitting on the right of me, and she was sitting there quietly, and I'm sitting there, and the lady working on my feet, and the other one starting to work on my hands a little bit. So I looked over, I said, "Hi, how you doing?" She said, "I'm good today." I said, "Good." So I strike up a conversation because that's what I do. I talk to people. So I struck up a conversation with her, and I mean, we were just talking up a storm, just having a good time. So in the midst of the conversation, she said, "Well, Gigi, where are you from?" And I said, "I'm born and raised in Atlanta." And she says, "Are you a Grady babe?" I'm like, "Girl, all day long." And we just laughed that off. And she said, "I'm from Ohio." And I was like, "Cool beans. And I explained to her that I have family in Ohio. From my understanding, they're in Columbus and Cleveland, Ohio. And then she was saying that she has a lot of family, I think she said in Yorktown. So I told her, I said, "Well, you know what?" I said, my family last name is Morrison and Dorsey's and Bussey's and Glass and Gays and so on and so on. And she was like, "Dorsey?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's on my mom's side, Dorsey's." And she said, "Interesting." That was her word, interesting. She said, "I have family members that are Dorsey as well." I'm like, "Okay." So we kept conversating and talking and talking. And eventually I told her, I said, "Well, I'm a YouTuber. Would you subscribe to my channel?" She said, "Girl, I would be more than happy to subscribe to your channel." So she got her phone and she clicked on, and I said, "While you have your phone up, go ahead and subscribe to my Facebook channel." And I said, "That way you can see some of my family members. And she said, "Okay" to that. So she found me on Facebook and she clicked to follow. And then I said, "Look at some of my, friends and family and see, out of curiosity. I'm like, just go look and see." So to make a long story short, she go in and she's strolling through my friends and she said, "Why do you have my cousin on your Facebook page?" I said, "Well, girl, a lot of people subscribe to my Facebook. I may know and some of them I may not know." So I look at the person's name. I'm like, I'm thinking that's my cousin, like that. And she said, "Interesting." Interesting. So she keeps strolling and she find one of my cousins. And she said, "Gigi," I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "This is my cousin." I said, "That's my cousin." So we looking at each other like, are we relatives? And then she strolled again. She said, "And this is my cousin." I'm like, "Girl, that's my cousin." And she said, "Gigi, we're cousins." I said, "We're cousins. So we just laughing and talking. And my husband over there like this. He's just looking like, shaking his head. And then I'm going, "Babe, this is my cousin," in front of the whole shop, right? Because, I've been going to the nail shop 16 years, right? Everybody in there know me, and they know I talk and I laugh, and sometimes I get a little loud. So I'm like, "Babe, this is my cousin." And he just smiling, and she looking at me, and we looking at each other, and we're just smiling up something, right? So we go ahead and exchange phone numbers. I gave her my number, she has, and I have her phone number. And so they had finished her feet, and they were moving me to the chair so the girl can finish my nails, right? So I go over here into the chair, and I said, "Girl, it is so nice to meet you, cousin." And we smiled at each other. So she get up, and she head to the cash register so she can pay for her feet, her bill, because she explained to me the next day her and a nephew was going on a cruise. And I was like, girl, have a good time on a cruise, you know. So I'm in the chair with my back to the cash register, which was in this area. She walks back there and she says, I took care of your bill. I said, no, don't do that. I said, Papa got me. Don't pay my bill. She said, it's too late. I took care of your bill. Do you know my newfound cousin paid for my nails and my feet to be done? And she just met me. My newfound cousin name is Sophia Rogers, Rodgers. She paid for my feet and my nails, and she just met me. I was sitting in that chair like, guys, my mouth was like, because I wasn't expecting that. I didn't ask for that, but out of the goodness of her heart, the blessing in disguise, she paid for my feet and my nails. My husband says, babe, I'm not used to people blessing me like that. Only my husband, okay, or my children. But anybody else, I'm not used to that. So when she blessed me in that manner, it blew me away, guys. And all I could do after I just accepted it, I said, God, I thank you. Because she didn't have to do that. So Sophia, your girl, I'm here. Your cousin is here, and I want to say thank you again for everything you did. And one more thing, guys. I discovered that she lived in my old or previous community down the street in my old or previous community. So she's very close to me, and I can, I can see her and I can meet with her and we can have lunch. So guys, I'm coming. My husband is knocking on the door. I gotta go. So I just want to say thank you guys for hanging around long enough to listen to the story. May God bless you and keep you. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly to subscribe, and I will see you soon. Love you. Bye.